Welcome to SwitchCorner, my name is Alex. Today Gamestop, they launched their early Black Friday sale running through until the 19th of November. Right now though, that means there's 44 games currently on sale with their physical editions, and I'm going to be running you through a selection of my favourites. So with that, hit subscribe, join us here for reviews and deals daily, and let's get started. If you do decide, however, physical deals not for you and you want something digital instead, consider using cornershop.gg for discounted eShop credit. You will be getting 10% off at checkout using code CORNER, and it's going to be instant delivery via email. It also supports the channel as well, so it is seriously appreciated. Alright, so with so many games on sale, today I'll be highlighting 8 that are at a new low price and standing out to me. Then at the end, we'll break down a few of the other offerings. There's also a whole lot of shovelware in here, honestly, out to target younger gamers, which I'll be skipping, and a fair few that are just simply higher than what we've seen historically. All of these initial games in at new low prices, and my favourite picks right now will start with NIER Automata. It's down to $29 with a 27% discount. I've noticed though this is also available over on Amazon if that is your preferred retailer, but I think this is going to be a popular deal with many. Again, I will say though, this is the pre-Black Friday stuff, so any of the games today, there's always a risk they could get lower in a week or so. This one's an easy one to recommend though. It's one of the best games of 2022. It's a recent release. It dropped it just a month ago in fact, and as action RPGs go, it's one of the very best out there. This port work as well is absolutely stunning. New Pokemon Snap then gets a new low price. I reviewed this one on the channel. I'll look for that in the pinned comment below. A long requested return of the photography formula though. I was impressed, and the idea is simple. Think on rails exploration with multiple pathways, and you need to get the best pictures possible of Pokemon in the wild. There's a decent amount of content as well if you try to ace everything. Problems with this one, they rate your photos. Sometimes the logic behind the score, it doesn't quite make sense, but otherwise good stuff, and it's rocking 35% off. No More Heroes 3 then is here, 50% off, a physical I'm going to be picking up personally. Really like the price. I have the other two already, and until this point I only had this entry digitally. I sold most of my physical collection though prior to moving house, just down to lack of space, and now I'm being super picky really about what goes in. Travis Touchdown though, one of my favourite characters in this alien invasion story. It really is great stuff. You can check out my full review though in the pinned comment, but expect here one-on-one boss battles with a small open world and activities to raise cash in between. It has frame rate issues in the open world, but for me that could not dampen the charm, and it was good to be back. NBA 2K23 then, it's a quick mention. I think we will see this across multiple retailers and probably cheaper as potentially a doorbuster, but this is still for the moment a new low price as it rocks 52% off. I haven't played this year's entry, so I can't say all of that much, but my understanding is it's really failing to innovate on the options, and it's packed full of microtransactions. If you have played it, let us know in the comments. Is it going to be worth it for a yearly upgrade if you owned 22 already? Star Trek Prodigy then, I wanted to shout out at least one of the games intended for a younger audience, and as I said at the beginning, there's a ton of shovelware and cash-ins in this sale, which I'll kind of cover at the end of the video, but I got sent a review copy of this particular release, and it's a surprising amount of fun. I know nothing about the cartoon it's based upon, but essentially, think here action exploration puzzler. Basically though, make your way through this world, solve some environmental puzzles, and then combat against what is a robot army, all then with an assist from Captain Janeway of the Voyager line. I enjoyed the story though, or at least what I've seen this far, and yeah, if you like Star Trek, it could definitely be worth a look, no matter the age. Then this one, it's currently rocking 50% off. Monster Hunter Stories 2 Wings of Ruin then is 58% off, which I think that is a really good price. I know for many, Rise was an easy pickup, but this RPG spin-off maybe not so much. Given the popularity though of the core series and that continues to grow, I'm hoping it continues to bleed into these spin-offs because they are really fun experiences. Here we are a raider and we will work with friendly monsters. It's definitely different to the slaying we may be used to, but we're fighting here side by side. Story wise, we meet a girl and we must assist her. She is actually in possession of an egg that could spell destruction for this world. You'll get a good 40 hours for your cash here, and that's just the main story. Completionists, they note over 100 hours. Metro Redux, then a new low price, 50% off, a steal of a price in my eyes. I'm a big fan and these are fantastic ports. It's bundling together the first game, find my review of that one in the pinned comment below, as well as the follow-up that is Last Light as well. First person shooters, not all out action, I will say that. Think more strategic at moments, a lot more dialogue. There's almost this kind of air of Fallout, though very much moving away from RPG, and there's also quite a lot of stealth gameplay as well. The first game I'd describe as claustrophobic, linear as well, while the second it plays with more open spaces, but fighting through these, subway systems and battling these monsters, it is a great time, and I hope to see the third on the console as well. That said though, that may just demand too much power for what the Switch can handle. The final game I want to talk to then, TMNT, the Cowabunga collection. It's a compilation of Turtles games released by Konami between 1989 and 1994. 13 in total, and it's just a whole host of classics. It's everything from the more traditional brawler setup to one-on-one fighters, and then they throw in a ton of customization options, as well as just gameplay tweaks as well. Think they've been optimized for the hardware and the format, of course. There's art and sketch breakdowns included. There's media content, button mapping, save states, local play, and even online for some of the titles, and then as well some Japanese alternate editions. I was day one on this release, and it's just a great love letter to the series. It's here then with 37% off. And that is just 8 of the 44 games currently listed on Gamestop on sale, and again, these deals, they run through until November 19th, when I imagine we will see the full reveal of what is in store for Black Friday. An option would always be maybe pick something up and leave it sealed and then return it next week if the sales do get better. That said though, I would only probably do that if it's something you really want. The rest of the new low prices then, there's some decent other options which are quickfire, but Taiko no Tatsujin, Two Point Campus, Rainbow Billy, and Life is Strange Arcadia Bay Collection. Unlike True Colors on that last one, I will say it's kind of, or at least from what I've heard, a weak port. Every other new low, it strikes me as shovelware or cheap cash-ins, or at least, let's call it this, at least high risk. Think a whole lot of Equestrian Training, Bratz, and Jojo Siwa, who I have no idea who she is, but she seems to be popping up all over the place. There is still a lot of other good games though as well, from Catherine to Crash to Diablo to Pokemon Shining Pearl, but just cross-reference the pricing with DekuDeals.com. Nearly all of them, we've seen them either lower in price before, or they are matching the low, and I suspect this is kind of a last grab before we see some serious drops with the real full Black Friday sale. You can find all of the deals live over at GameStop though right now. Go take a look. Let me know if you're grabbing anything in the comments down below. With that then, hit subscribe. Join us here for reviews and deals daily. And I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.